Alright, welcome back, guys. So after going back and forth 2 or 3 times, I decided I'm going to go ahead and replace the seals in the fuel rail. I was going to leave them, but then I know that there was a leak whenever I took the engine apart. So I want to go ahead and replace the seals because I definitely don't want to pull all this stuff back apart just to replace these two or three seals. So went to Harbor Freight, picked these up. They're $10. And we're going to go ahead and throw them in real fast. Looks like I need a torque drive. So let me grab that and I'll be right back. I should have been a fishing YouTuber. Alright, what size do we need? Perfect. There's a T25 is what we use. Unfortunately, I can't find my smaller ones, so I'm gonna have to deal with these. It's gonna be a little awkward, but it is what it is. So eventually we'll get all these off, we'll pull them apart, we'll change the seals, get this thing back on the car finally. I believe you just have to loosen these, you don't even have to take them out. Probably went way too far on that one. But I believe you just loosen them. Then, well, I guess you do gotta take them out. So there's that one. And here's this one. Work it out. It'll take a little bit of effort to pull out. Then we're gonna get our pick. I bought this little set. I think it was like $2 while I was there because I knew I was gonna need it. Just carefully pop the seal out. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely wore out. Another use for a pick. These are the Viton O-rings. It's important you get the style because if you get the cheaper, some of the other types, the gas will eat it. So you want to make sure that you get the Vitons for this particular use. Oh, it looks pretty darn close. So it looks like it is the 9.9 by 2.62 to me. Pull some of these out. These are a lot harder than the ones I'm taking out, but as long as they do the job. Take a little bit of petroleum jelly just on my finger. Just kind of lube her up and we'll push her in with our fingers. Or you can just put it on here, would probably be the better idea. There's one. And I'm willing to bet these are probably the factory ones from 40 years ago. So it's a good idea just to go ahead and swap them out. It's kind of tedious, just take your time. Make sure you get them in there in the grooves. It'll help seal up the fuel rail. All right, those two are done. Now we're gonna do these two. Get that where you can see it. I like to use petroleum jelly because it's gas based, so it's not gonna hurt anything. If fuel hits it, it'll just turn into more fuel. Alright, this one came apart. When I pulled out, this one I believe is the one that was leaking too. That's the corner of the motor that I seen gas on when I took this apart, so oh, that's too much. Again, just a little bit, just to lube it up a little bit. Throw her in there. And we'll throw it in there and clean this up a little bit, put it back together. And start getting this car back together. After 6 months of not being together. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of lube here. Or petroleum jelly, I should say. It's not technically lube. Actually, I'm gonna clean these before I start reinstalling that. Also, while I was at Harbor Freight, I picked up some of these. I'm gonna grab some cleaner. We'll use some fuel alcohol. It'll help clean up and degrease it a little bit. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to anyway. All right, teenager alcohol. Love this stuff. It's very good at degreasing and cleaning, and it fully evaporates. I usually use it on stuff when I paint. We're not going for sparkly. I'm just trying to get the grease and stuff off a little bit. Really, I should get a nylon brush, like a toothbrush, and go through all this, but I don't feel like doing that. This is fine. It's better. It's not super sparkly clean, but it's better than it was. And make sure everything seals good. It's the biggest thing I'm worried about. All right. Now we go ahead and put these back on. The little projected side, I don't know how to say it, protruded side, goes down in there to hold that in tight. Throw a screw on top. Make sure you don't cross threads, the biggest thing. Let's get it started. Throw your wrench on there. Put it on, and don't be afraid to crank a little bit on these. They were fairly tight when I started, so I'll put some torque on them. Put a little bit on the end. It'll help make it a little easier to put in there. All right, that side's done. Make sure I got those look good. They do. Put a little bit of petroleum jelly on this end. I don't think I did earlier. Time, line it up good. Boom. Wasn't bad. It was like a 10-minute job. Now it shouldn't leak. It sucked to get this all back together and then have the fuel rail leak and have to take it all back apart. That would not be fun. I wish I knew where my little Allen key style ones are, but I don't. One more. This one's like in the tiniest little, it's a pain in the butt to get to. Alright, there we go. Alright. Our fuel rail is ready to rock and roll and go back in the car. So, can't wait to get this thing going again. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put all this crap away, get the car in here. We'll start getting this car back together. I'll go ahead and lube these up, make it easier when I go to install in the car. Will it fire after all this work? Find out in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see the next video in the series, then go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.